The 2024 NFL season has begun, kicked off tonight on Thursday Night Football. The Chiefs and Ravens. Let's talk about it. This is the season 2 premiere of Rivet City Red Zone's Halftime Heat. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Season 2 premiere of Rivet City Red Zone's Halftime Heat. My name is Metal Mike. I am your host, and we are here to talk about the first game of the 2024 NFL regular season. And it was a rematch of the AFC Championship game from last year, the Chiefs and the Ravens. Now, leading into this day, you woke up in the morning, and if you're a football fan, you knew today was the day. Whether your team was playing tonight or not, the regular season would be beginning at 8:20 p.m. And I will say this. Today, I was just excited. All day. You get up, you go to work, and throughout the whole day, you're listening to sports radio, trying to, if you have a fantasy team or anybody on your fantasy team playing tonight, if you're not a fan of any of these teams and you just have fantasy players, you're listening to sports radio and you're wondering, should I start this guy tonight? Should I maybe wait until next week and see how he does? That decision making just for fantasy. But then if you're a fan of the Ravens or the Chiefs, it's a bigger deal because your team is starting off the 2024 regular season. One of the most exciting games, if not the most exciting game of the regular season. To start, this game was a rematch of the AFC Championship game some 5-6 months ago. And we all know how that ended. The Chiefs ended up beating the Ravens to move on to the big game and win their third championship in the last 4 years. So let's get into talking about this game. The game was prolonged. We didn't kick off at 8:20. No, we kicked off at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why? Because of weather. Leave it to Mother Nature to take away, to not take away excitement, but to prolong the nervousness or the excitement of the regular season kicking off. But we got it. 20-minute prolonging, we got to the game. And in the first quarter, the Chiefs ended up getting the ball and scoring very early in this game. But the Ravens, they ended up retaliating and scoring, tying up the score 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. We get into the second quarter. The Chiefs end up scoring 6 points. The Ravens, they put up 3. We go into the half. The Chiefs up 13-10. Now, what I have to say about this first half, basically what we got in game 1 last year from the Chiefs, a slow start. Patrick Mahomes turned the ball over once, and you're thinking, man, maybe the Ravens have a chance here. Maybe the Ravens have a chance to beat the world champions. Just maybe. They're only down by 3. It's halftime. Lamar's looking good. So maybe there's a chance. But we get into the third quarter, and the Ravens were left scoreless. The Chiefs, on the other hand, they got into the end zone. They scored. Let's fast forward. In the fourth quarter, the Ravens scored 10 points. The Chiefs scored 7. We get down to 5 seconds left in this game. The Ravens inside the 20, down 27-20. Final play of the game, and Lamar Jackson throws a bullet to Isaiah Likely in the back of the end zone. Now, the ruling on the field was touchdown. Everybody going crazy, but you hear the stadium just go pin drop silent. Like you can hear a pin drop. That's how silent that stadium got. Why? Because they were in Kansas City. They went to the replay booth, though, because every score is checked out by the replay just to make sure. Back foot, good. Front foot, on the line in the back of the end zone by the tippy of his toes. No touchdown. And the defending champions start off the 2024 regular season the way they finished last year, with a win. The Chiefs move to 1-0. The Ravens move to 0-1. Now, my full assessment of this game, many of you know who watch Rivet City Red Zone know I'm an Eagles fan. But even though I'm an Eagles fan, I was still excited about this game. Why? Because it's football, and I love football. I was locked into this game the whole time. Every play. Scoping out to see what player could progress throughout the year. You know, kind of using my fantasy mind because I play fantasy football. So I'm thinking, if somebody drops this player this week, I can pick up this player and they can be utilized on my roster throughout the year. Could help me. Kind of a strategy type of viewership, I should say. But let's get into the statistics because that's what fantasy football is about. Statistics, right? Patrick Mahomes, 20 for 28, 291 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That 1 interception did not hurt him at all. Didn't hurt the Chiefs at all. Now, if Isaiah likely would have caught that last touchdown, then it would have probably hurt them because we would have went into overtime. But the interception did not matter. Lamar Jackson, the other side of the team, the ball, over on the Ravens side, 26 of 41, 273 passing yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. But he didn't stop there. He also ran the ball a little bit. 16 carries, 122 yards. 273 passing yards, 122 rushing yards for Lamar Jackson. Now, Derrick Henry made his Ravens debut tonight, and the hype for him to make his Ravens debut all offseason was huge. But the man didn't even get over 50 yards. 13 carries, 46 yards, no touchdowns for Derrick Henry. I would have to say, hopefully this picks up for the Ravens because that's going to be a crucial part as we get into the deeper ends of the season, week 10, 11, 12, and beyond. They're going to need him to pick that up, and I'm sure he will, but it probably would have helped them tonight, in which it didn't. On the Chiefs side of the ball, Isaiah Pacheco, 15 carries, 46 yards, and a touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, the rookie wide receiver, 1 carry, 21 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now, if you did not see this play, it was a beautiful end around done, composed by Patrick Mahomes. And when he handed that ball off to Xavier Worthy and he found the seam, the doors just opened. Nobody touched him. I'm talking this man ran past 3 or 4 Ravens. And by the time they turned around, he was gone. Gone. But Worthy didn't stop there. No, he had 2 catches for 47 yards and a touchdown. So 1 rushing and 1 receiving touchdown for the rookie standout. Great start for Xavier Worthy. Great start. But speaking of other receivers for the Chiefs, Rcrz Rice, all the controversy surrounded him during the offseason. Now it's still unknown what's going to happen with him moving forward. But right now he's on the field and he caught the ball 7 times for 103 yards. Now on the Ravens side, The real big standout as far as wide receivers concerned was Isaiah Likely. 9 catches, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. He would have had 2 if he would have gotten that second foot in at the end of the game. But big performance for Isaiah Likely. Now, I will say this. With us having this season 2 premiere of Halftime Heat and Halftime Heat coming back, I'm going to start a new segment here on Halftime Heat. And that is going to be my game standouts. I will be picking one player from each team as a standout. So tonight, my standouts are quarterback Lamar Jackson from the Ravens. And on the Chiefs side of the ball, the rookie Xavier Worthy. Those are my 2 standouts for this game. 2 standouts. So I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's kickoff of the 2024 NFL regular season. It was a very exciting game, and I am looking forward to the games ahead this week. We got the Eagles tomorrow night, Friday night, September 6th, taking on the Packers in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we get to the 1 o'clock games. Let's run it down. 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, the Panthers and the Saints will battle it out in an NFC South early season matchup. The Vikings take on the Giants. The Patriots take on the Bengals. The Steelers play the Falcons. The Texans and the Colts battle it out in an AFC South matchup. The Cardinals play the Bills. The Titans play the Bears. And the Jaguars play the Dolphins. On the 4 o'clock set of games, the Broncos and the Seahawks in a West battle. AFC West versus NFC West. Broncos, Seahawks. This time, Russell Wilson's not involved. The Raiders play the Chargers in an AFC West matchup. The Cowboys and the Browns, with one Tom Brady making his commentary debut. And then the Commanders and the Buccaneers in the 4 o'clock set. We get to Sunday night and a rematch of the NFC playoff game from last year. The Rams and the Lions, Sunday night football prime time. But then we get to the final game of the week on Monday night. The Jets and the return of Aaron Rodgers taking on the defending NFC champion 49ers. That is your schedule for week 1. And me and John this Sunday on Rivet City Red Zone will be talking all about it. So come join us, and come join us for not only Rivet City Red Zone, but all the other great content shows going on throughout the network. So head over to Rivet City Radio and Off the Top Media's Twitch and YouTube channels. Hit that follow button, hit the subscribe button, turn those notifications on, and check out all the great content going on, like the Table Spot, NXT on Tap, Boss Bitch Trivia, Botch Spots and Chair Shots, Nerdy News at 420, not only once, but twice a week, Rivet City Red Zone, The Boom, and Friday Night Review, and so much more. So make sure to head over to Rivet City Radio Off the Top Media's Twitch and YouTube channels. Follow, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. Also, patreon.com/Rivet City Radio. Check out all the great content going on over there. I promise you will not be disappointed, and it will not break your bank. Well, that is it. That is it for episode 1, the season 2 premiere of Rivet City Red Zone's Halftime Heat. My name is Metal Mike, and as I always say, be good to each other, be kind to each other, take care of each other, be patient with each other. Remember, the world is not moving as fast as you think. Until next time, deuces.
Finish.